How's it going, YouTube? This is Skul, and before I start I need to say that any of this can change, so if you want an update at any time about where I am during my California trip, be sure to follow me on Twitter. I realize a lot of you don't have Twitter, but you can easily just check it on your phone. It's at ShirtagulTCG. It's in the description of this video. You don't need to have a Twitter to just look up my Twitter and see what I'm saying. So if anything changes, I'll say it on Twitter. But in the meantime, this should give you a good idea about where I'll be during my trip to California this week. So I'm flying into San Francisco on August 18th. Unless something changes, and it might, the Pokemon Center at the Marriott Marquis, which is where the Pokemon World Championships is being held, will be open to the general public. So that means that as soon as we arrive at the hotel, check in, dump our bags in our room, we are going to get in line for the Pokemon Center so we can get some awesome Pokemon World Championships merchandise. So that's where I'll be basically all Thursday, is in line for the Pokemon Center. And then after that, if there's some time before the venue closes, then I'll probably just hang out and see if any fans show up or whatever. But that's basically what I'm doing Thursday. On Friday and Saturday, my plan is to get up early. I don't know how early, maybe 9 or 10 a.m.-ish, I don't know. Maybe 8, I don't know. But get up early is what I mean. And then go downstairs to the Marriott Marquis lobby. Again, this is where the World Championships is being held. This is the hotel that I'm staying at, so I figure I may as well take advantage of it. Go to the Marriott lobby and just hang out there for a few hours with you guys. If there are any fans whatsoever, then I'll hang out with you, whether there's one fan or 100. I don't know how that would happen, but man. So, oh yeah, and before I go on, I need to mention, I'll sign anything. I'll sign shirts, I'll sign hats, I'll sign Pokemon cards, I'll sign playmats, backpacks, you name it, I'll sign it. There's only 2 things I will not sign: EXs or other Ultra Rares and Helioptile cards. But I'll sign anything else. I'll even sign Heliolisk cards if that's a good substitute for you. Sorry, that's just the rule that I have, is I don't sign anything that is a Helioptile or an EX. So, but if you have cards you want me to sign, feel free to bring them as long as they're not in those 2 categories. So Friday and Saturday, the 19th and 20th, my plan is to get up early, hang out with you guys for a few hours before going out and exploring San Francisco. And I will be vlogging this whole thing. So what I do when I'm not hanging out with you is, well, you'll be able to see after I come back from the trip, edit my videos all together, that sort of thing. On Sunday, since we fly out from San Francisco to Los Angeles in the evening, and we have to check out of the hotel anyway as soon as we wake up, I think what I'm going to do is just spend the entirety of Sunday in the Marriott hotel lobby, hanging out with you guys. Maybe we can get the stream going on for what's going on inside the venue, and we can watch the championships together as a small group. We'll see. I know that is it's going to be difficult, and I don't know if the Marriott will allow this, but if they do, and I'm sure they will, but if they don't, then we'll change this around. Again, this is why you need to follow me on Twitter, in case any of this doesn't work out. If Marriott allows it, then we will have a small group just hanging out in the lobby on all day Sunday until I have to leave for the airport around, I think, 5 is when we have to leave. Because my flight leaves at 7, it's good to leave the hotel with plenty of time to catch the flight. Anyway, so basically all day Sunday I'll be in the Marriott lobby. So if you see me, come up and say hi. And that applies for any time. Even if I'm out and about in San Francisco, say if you see me at a museum or at the beach or something, then come up and say hi. I welcome it. Don't be shy, don't be embarrassed. I welcome anytime my fans want to interact with me, trust me. So, on Sunday I'll hang out with you guys as much as possible. Go to the airport, fly up to Los Angeles, go to Disneyland, check into the hotel, and basically go to sleep. My plan is to go to Disneyland on Monday and Wednesday is to go to Disneyland Park, and Tuesday to go to California Adventure, the other Disneyland park. I'm not scheduled to do any fan meetups inside the parks, but I do have an alternative, and that is on Wednesday, August 24, I'm going to go to Downtown Disney, which is free for anyone to go to, so you don't have to buy a ticket to get into the park, and do a meetup there. I'm not sure exactly where I'll do a meetup, but there's already a few people on Twitter who say they'll meet me up there, just because it's easier to go to Disneyland than it is to go to San Francisco, which I completely understand. So if you can't come to San Francisco, don't worry, I'm going to Disneyland, and I'll be sure to go to Downtown Disney, which is free for everyone to go to. I'll find a place for us to meet up there. Maybe we can just hang out for an hour or two, just signing things, doing talks, all sorts of things. So that's my plan, is to go Downtown Disney a little early on Wednesday, hang out with you guys before going back to the parks and enjoy my final day there. And again, if you see me in the parks, then be sure to come up and say hi. Like I said, I'll be in Disneyland on Monday and Wednesday, and I'll be in California Adventure on Tuesday. Easy enough. And then I'm flying back on Thursday early in the morning. You probably won't see me unless you happen to be on the same flight as I am. So yeah, that's my plan. All of that. If you missed anything, just go ahead and rewatch the video so you can get it all over again. Just know that just because we can't watch the Pokemon World Championships doesn't mean this trip is ruined. There's lots of things for us to do in San Francisco, and this gives me even more time to devote myself to hanging out with you guys. I'll be there, Sadaze will be there, Calico Pikachu will be there, she's the one who does all my art for me, 3 will be there, my friend who used to do Super Smash Brothers with me, G-Chan17 will be there, she's really big on Pokemino, she's one of the biggest people there, and she did my Pokegirls video with me, so there's going to be a lot of us. Oh, and Fishy Fisher will most likely be there in Disneyland. It's not confirmed at this point, but it looks 90% sure, and please ignore my phone. So, I'm just really looking forward to this trip. After giving myself a few days, I realize it's not the end of the world. I'm looking forward to meeting you guys. I'm looking forward to hanging out with other Pokemon fans. Even if it's not watching the World Championships, at least we can be close to it and just hang out as Pokemon fans. So that pretty much does it for this video. I hope to see some of you in California. Thanks everyone for watching, and stay tuned for more.